Okay, drop zone brief. So this is the airport. It consists of two large triangles. Have a north triangle and a south triangle. Okay, main landing area is in the north triangle. That's the opposite side to the windsock or the same side as the sweep pond, which is square. There's flags around the main landing area for wind direction. And this runway is closed, and this runway are active. You can land anywhere on the airport, it doesn't matter, but we're going to try and land you in this north side here. If you miss the airport, we have a large golf course, runs around the outside, which you can use. There is a fence, but there's a gate you can push open on the south side, on the north side here. And if you're on the south side somewhere, you can walk to the clubhouse, we'll come and get you. If you find yourself west of the airport, can't land here anywhere, just land on the other side of the river and land as close to the white track as you can and walk south. If you walk north, it just kind of dead ends. Only 2 movement groups on a load, whether it's wingsuiting or angle flying or tracking, whatever, 2 maximum. Make sure you fly away from jump run and don't recross jump run when you open. If you're going to use the pond, you must do so on a low pass, or you must do a high pull and land last away from the students and the tandems.
We fly a left-hand pattern only here. It does tend to get windy as the day goes on, so be aware of that, and don't fly downwind of something you don't want to land on. For example, if we have an east wind day, wind's coming from here, when you're coming in, I would not come past this ditch line. I would turn at the ditch line and then come on in. If you fly down here, there's a very good chance you land in the ditch, on the taxiway, anything like that.
All right, guys, over here we have our winds aloft. This is updated every single morning. You can see it goes from 9 o'clock to 12. They'll keep updating this as the day goes on, all right? So this is going to show us our winds and the wind directions.
So this is our compass rose. We use this to determine which direction we're landing or which direction the plane is flying, or just to determine which direction is which. So if we look out this direction, we can see it's the east. This is what we look at from the ground. If we look in this direction, we can see it's to the south. If we look in this direction, we can see it's to the north. And then if we look in that direction, we can see it's to the west. Also, if you look up, this is another wind indicator. The anemometer, which is one of the most sensitive pieces of equipment, which I actually go to first in order to check which way the wind is coming, especially on light wind days.
We're going to be loading over there at gate number 18. Okay, there's also the mock-up and a waiting area that's shaded. So make sure that you're ready, geared up, 5-minute call. Make sure you're chatting with everybody, figuring out what everybody's doing, and figure out where we're all going to line up and get in the plane. Okay. Also down there, we're going to have another aerial map. So if you're loading over there, that's one last chance to go check your pattern. Make sure everybody's on the same page. Okay. The loading order will also be over there.
Okay, so we're out here by the loading area. We've got our mock-up right over here, as well as a little shelter you can get some shade in. We also have a big map of the landing area making it easy, and a sign showing loading order. Loading order is pretty simple. Other than the pilot, wingsuiters are going to get on first, followed by the tandems, AFF students and coach students. Finally, we'll get to solo students, and then you guys. So free flyers, after that, belly jumpers, and finally, angle. Hop and pops will get on last. Exit in the opposite order you got on, obviously. Just take a look and you can decide. When it comes to movement groups and stuff, there are only 2 movement groups allowed on each load. And generally, you've got to be approved by one of the instructors or the SNTA, so talk to them before planning that out. We do have organizers that will gladly help you out with all that, so don't be afraid to ask.
Before takeoff, the door of the aircraft must be closed, your seatbelt must be buckled to your rig, and please wear your helmet under 1,000 feet. Above 1,000 feet, the person by the door will open it, you will hear people unbuckling their seatbelts, and you're allowed to remove your helmet for the remainder of the flight. As the aircraft taxi in, they will be taxiing along that taxi line there. If you keep your eyes up, we do have the right of way, so please remain on the grass until the aircraft has passed you and come and parked, and then you may cross the taxiway, and once again, please cross behind the aircraft, not in front where the propeller is.